Hi guys, today I did a look that is inspired by Megan Fox. It's more of like a technique, like how to do thick eyeliner without just applying a thick line of eyeliner. It's a way where you can, make your eyeliner look more dramatic, just darker and stuff like that without it looking too harsh or, like you've just drawn a thick black line. But this is a way to look really, really dramatic and, to have thicker liner without it looking too intense or crazy. So if you guys want to see how to do this, then keep watching. Okay, so to get started, I've already applied my base. I used the Benefit FYI eyeshadow primer. And for my first color, I really want my lid to be natural. This is mainly a focus on the eyeliner, so I'm just going to do my eyeshadow super fast. I'm just going to use Naked Lunch, which is, for me, for my skin tone's kind of pretty close to it. It's just a really natural shimmery shade, and I'm just going to dab that on with a big brush. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Soba, which is this brown shade, and just on a fluffy crease brush, one that's not too precise, I'm just going to apply that right into my crease and above just a little bit. And if you want, you can go ahead and do your brow highlight. For that, I'm using Blank Type, which is a very, very light matte shade. To get started, I am going to I'm going to use two different kinds of eyeliner. The first kind I'm going to use is a pencil liner, one that smudges very easily. The Stila Kajal eyeliner, or whatever, however you pronounce it, Kajal, Kajal, whatever. And what I do is I get that on a 266 angled brush. I think it's much better to do it that way than to apply it straight from the pencil. If you want to do that, that's fine. And I'm just going to kind of apply that and make a thin, kind of make a line that's kind of like a medium thickness along my upper lash line. When you get to this outer corner, I'm just going to kind of wing it out a little bit. And then I'm going to take it straight down and connect it to my lower lash line. And I'm going to take that in all the way, or just shy of all the way, and then kind of blend that with your finger. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take a pointed brush. This is like a 219 by MAC. And you can smudge that out a little bit. Then underneath, you can just kind of do the same thing. You want the most focus to be on this outer corner right here. So the purpose of putting down this step is it's just making everything look kind of soft. You can even kind of pull the color up a little bit into your crease. Then I take Carbon Eyeshadow, which is the blackest black eyeshadow. And I'm going to take kind of a bigger brush. This is a Sigma SS 219. It's a little fatter than the MAC one. And I'm just going to kind of dab that into the outer corner. And just kind of lightly fill that in right there. And you can kind of connect it downward again. Then of course you're going to want to blend. So just take a clean blending brush. And blend around the outer edges of the color. Then we're going to take a liquid liner. This is the Urban Decay Perversion, or Urban Decay liner in Perversion. It's just their black one. And create another line right at the lash line. And then you're going to kind of, just like you did before, connect it downward. But you don't want to run liquid liner all the way in. That's not going to look that great. You're just going to take it a little bit inward, just about a quarter of the way. Then I'm going to take the pointed brush that I used to smear my eyeliner, or just smudge my eyeliner, dip it in just a little bit of carbon, and use that to kind of pat over where I applied that liner on this bottom, sticking very close to the lash line. This is just going to make it very, very black and kind of take care of any harsh lines. You can even take this and go around where you just applied the liner on the upper lash line. I don't like to do this all the way in because then you can kind of thicken the line too much on the inner corner, and you don't want that. But you can just kind of dab it over what you did on the outer corner, since there's more dark color out there. Alright, then to kind of complete this look, I'm going to take my Stila Kaujal eyeliner again, and I'm going to line my waterline with it. You're going to go all the way in with this, but I like to stop about right there. I'll show you what I do to get that inner corner. A little bit on this upper. And I'm going to take a flat brush like this and just kind of take that color and pull it down kind of into your lash line and kind of just dab it. That way it gets in between all of the lashes. Then when you get to this inner corner, you can kind of dab it and it will take that color all the way in. Because if you just applied it straight from the pencil in there, it would just goop up, and not goop up, but it would just apply too much to that inner corner. Then you can take it and kind of dab it right here to connect. Alright, so at that point you'd apply your mascara. I already had some on from earlier. I used the MAC Plush Lash. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. For my lips, I just used a little bit of the Funtabulous Dazzle Glass, and I just have some bronzer on my cheeks and Peachy Keen Blush by MAC. So that's it. I hope that helped out those of you that want to achieve her look and maybe just want to get a little more dramatic with your eyeliner, but wasn't really quite sure how without just making the line look too thick or something like that. So I hope that helped. And thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you can click in the sidebar for more information, and I will link straight to my blog to the post where I will list all of the products used in this video. And also, if you are not following me on Twitter already, go ahead and do that. As much as I hate to kind of plan these things ahead, I do think that I'm going to post this hopefully the night before we leave for Vegas so that you guys will have a video while I'm gone. And I know that I'm going to be updating that a lot while I'm there with pictures and just random things that probably aren't that important, but I love Twitter and it's fun. So definitely follow me on there. I also post a lot of information, like when I'm posting new videos, so you'll always be the first to know when stuff like that goes up and happens and all that good stuff. So thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye.